Alright, hi guys, this is Tremaine Hudson from your College VITA program once again. And for today's session, what I'm going to be showing you guys is how to pretty much use a W-2 in TaxWise, where to enter things, how to edit information, things to look out for. The bulk of your clients will generally have at least one W-2, so you guys always want to make sure that you know how to pretty much navigate through this form and get yourselves as familiar as possible. Now, the W-2 right here that I'm going to be heading over to is the wage and tax statement. First thing you guys want to indicate is whether this is for your taxpayer or spouse. It's a situation where you're doing a married filing joint return, and then they may have different jobs. Uh, you want to indicate, is this for your taxpayer or is this for your spouse? If it's a single person, then there'll only be one option, which is the taxpayer. Um, so I'm just going to hit this box right here where it says taxpayer on the top, and I'm going to scroll down a little bit. So right here where it says 730 Benjamin Street, this address is actually taken from the main information, because the W-2 will automatically assume that whatever your client's mailing address is will also be what your client's W-2 address is. Now, there will be situations where this will not be the case, as with the exercise that I am doing right now, which is the first basic problem, Rose Hudson, page 7 of your 4491W. On page 12, when you take a look at her wage and tax statement, her address from her job is actually 2715 Elm Street. However, her mailing address is 730 Benjamin Street. Now, in these situations, you want to always make sure to correctly put the address that is on her W-2 and not the one that's on the main information sheet. This does not change the one on the main information sheet. However, it does correct the one that's on the W-2. Whenever you're sending off returns at IRS, you want to make sure that the W-2 that they're receiving from us matches with the W-2 that they receive from your client's employer. And because it's a computer scanned operation, it won't be able to differentiate between the mailing address and W-2 address. So you want to make sure to put the correct address here. And how you do this is that you're going to check this circle right here where it says check and make changes, hit save return, and you should notice that the green lines have now turned to blue. This pretty much means that we can now edit the information, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change it. So 2715 Elm Street. Did I get that? Yep. Alright. Again, the zip code can stay the same because it's a fictional return, so we'll be using our zip code. So now I'm going to move on to this next section right here, where it says control number and corrected W-2. You guys won't have to worry about this because this will never apply to you guys. We won't be asking you guys to enter in any of these information. I want you guys to head over to where it says B, employer ID. You guys will see the employer's ID on the W-2. You take a look at where it says employer's state ID, it'll give you 23-45678899. So that is what we're going to be using here. So it's going to be 23-456-7899. Alright, and once we get this in, you guys should hit save return, and you should notice that it updates everything else below: the name code, employer's name, employer's address, employer's zip code, etc., etc. Okay, so if you guys have this section done properly, you should not have a red line here because it's asking you to enter in the person's wages, tips, and etc. This can be found on box 1 of the W-2 where it says wages, tips, other compensation. So I'm just going to head that in. So that's going to be 7914. Again, this is on page 12 of the 4491W. The computer will automatically round up your numbers, so if it's anything below 50 cents, you won't even have to bother entering that in. And if it's anything above 50 cents, you could just round it up yourself. If not, the computer will do it for you. Alright, I'm going to enter in her federal tax withheld right here. And once I hit save, you should notice that boxes 3, 4, 5, and 6 automatically calculated themselves. Now, you want to always make sure that the numbers that the computer calculates and numbers that is on her W-2 are the same, because sometimes, even though it's automatically calculated, it won't always be correct. In the situations where it's not correct, I want you guys to hit this section right here where it says check to take calculations off the lines 3, 4, 5, and 6. Hit save return, and it should be a blue line under each of these, and it will now allow you to edit the numbers. Okay. In this exercise, however, the numbers are correct, so I won't be changing anything. This is good to go. You want to check to make sure that anything else here doesn't apply. In this example, she doesn't have anything in box 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Section 12, 13, 14 is all empty, so we can't completely jump over this. However, you always want to double check. Where it says YS under the state section, you want to put your state because that's what it stands for. There is no actual state with the initials YS, so I'm going to put in NY. I'm going to put in the state ID number. I'm going to head over to box 17 because 16 will automatically be calculated based on the information that we put in 17. So I'm going to head over there, put in her $64, hit save. Once I hit save, you'll notice that box 16 automatically updated itself. So it now has the 7914 inside there. This next section right here where it says locality name, local tax, you want to check to see if the person has local tax. If not, you can move over to the locality name. Now, generally we put NYC here if the person lives within the 5 boroughs. So if the person lives between Bronx, Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, and I am missing one, Staten Island, anywhere within these 5 boroughs, the locality name will be NYC because these persons pay city tax. If the person, however, lives maybe upstate or Long Island, they do not pay any city tax, so you can leave this section right here blank. Alright, so what I will do for today's example is I'll put in the NYC, assuming that the person does live in the 5 boroughs. Once you hit save, it should update your local wages here. Alright, but that is only if the person lives within the 5 boroughs. If not, you won't have to put that in. Okay, so that is pretty much it for the W2. Again, it's pretty basic. You guys just need to always double check your numbers, make sure that you're putting in everything right, and thank you guys for watching.